Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Via Feng Shui, and look who's with me again. It's Jeremy
Hi.
Bills from Create with Jay.
Hi, how is everyone doing?
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe we're talking about November.
Well, even though we've been experiencing ox energy, the year seems to be flying by.
hmm I think when we're in it, it's kind of slow, but then when we look at the calendar or something, it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's such a strange time to navigate. And so we're hoping that when we come together every month like this, that we're able to kind of help you understand the energy so that it empowers you in making choices to navigate this uncertain time. And we
Yeah.
get that, some of us have great moments or great months, and some of us, really struggle. And so this is information for you to discern from and gather and use in a way that serves and feels true to who you are so that you can, reflect on your own chart if you have your own four pillar chart or even your Western chart to, figure out what's the best gifts or what's the best energy I can pull from this month. And so here we are, November 1st. The Chinese calendar for this month doesn't actually begin till November 7th. So we've got to, well, we're recording this a few days ahead of time. So whenever you're watching this, November 7th through December 6th is this month that's coming in, and we're entering the month of the Yin Earth Pig. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Well, last month we had the Yang Earth Dog. So Yang Earth is really kind of heavy earth energy, whereas the earth energy lightens up a little bit for November. But the pig is a water animal, a yin water animal. So when you take yin water and combine it with yin earth, it can kind of create mud, the mud effect. But if you allow the earth to kind of settle to the bottom, the water becomes a little bit more clear so that you can see to the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, and mud is it's sticky, it's messy, right? I think even the combination of the two, because that's the pig. We kind of associate pigs rolling around in the mud to stay cool and kind of being
Yeah,
messy. That's why
yeah,
we call like a kids, you're a pig, quit being, you're
yeah.
messy. And so what does that mean? Does that mean it's going to be a messy month? Does it mean it's going to be unclear? Because it is going to be kind of cloudy water. So keep that in mind. And we have to always remember too that it just doesn't affect us. This is a global influence.
Yeah.
So that allows us to level up our empathy, card to know that other people too are being hit with this messiness,
Yeah.
with a lack of clarity. We might be feeling like things are moving a little bit, but I think it's still going to be a little gunky,
Yeah.
you know?
And I think the areas in life that we can look to where those things that might be a little muddy or a little bit messy is we look at the attributes of the pig. And the pig is all about compassion, focusing on helping other people, making sure others are taken care of. But
hmm
pigs are also family animals. So you can kind of see themes come up around family this month that might get a little sticky. And we're in November, and in the United States we celebrate Thanksgiving, and that usually brings families together. So it's
hmm
important to be really clear with communication this month. If it's kind of like, again, adding earth to water. If you're going to stir things up with family members, it's going to get murky. But
hmm
if you allow the earth to calm down, things will become a little bit more clear and you can connect to that compassion energy for family members.
Yeah, that's great advice. In fact, I'm seeing kind of this feng shui cure kind of arise out of this. As you're
Yeah.
talking, I'm thinking like when even when you come home or your people are coming over this month, it might be a good practice to have everybody leave their shoes outside,
Yeah.
right? It's like wipe your feet off from the
Yeah.
mud that you're
Yeah.
picking up in the external world.
Uh,
Leave them sit outside. And that's a traditional Chinese, Asian culture thing anyway.
yeah.
But leave that out, leave the outside stuff outside,
Yeah.
right? Wipe your feet off before you come in so that you're not tracking through the house this other who knows what, that we're picking up in the world and bringing it to a family function or a family
Yeah.
gathering that's meant to build and strengthen the
Yeah.
unit rather than divide it.
Exactly. And the other thing that we can look to the pig for is the pig is the last animal in the zodiac. So
Mhm.
it's the sign of endings. So leaving your shoes outside and letting go of past grievances, saying what we need to say to family members, since it is the sign of endings, we can look to just letting go of the past and moving forward
Mhm.
into the future.
Yeah, and it might just be forgiveness,
Yeah.
right? We have a fun program that we do monthly. The self spirit and what is it called? Self space and spirit membership. And last month we did the Ho'oponopono
Mhm.
gratitude mantra or prayer, and it's a very powerful one. And so doing something around forgiveness, even if it's just within your own heart,
Yeah.
to kind of let those things go. So what about on the Western front? Because we're here kind of bridging the Eastern Western perspective. And so when you're looking at the Western perspective in astrology, what are you seeing influence us this month?
Well, we've got some intense energy coming up. We have an eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus this month, coming up on
Oh,
November 19th. Now, lunar eclipses, they deal with inner struggles, inner emotions, our inner lives. And
okay.
so in the sign of Taurus, Taurus is the sign of values. What do we value? Who do we value? And it's also the sign of money. So we can kind of relate that to the pig because the one of the archetypes that we use for the pig is Miss Piggy. She's got her
Mm,
feather boa, she's got her jewels, she's got her gloves on, she's got her Kermie right next to her. These are the things that we kind of gravitate to kind of fill our lives with the pig energy. And when there's an eclipse, it's it stirs that energy up. So we're going to be faced with asking ourselves emotionally, what person, place, and thing do I value? And how is that
mm,
energy showing up?
hmm. Yeah, even the piggy bank, right? In the
Exactly,
Taurus is the bull, which is that ox energy as well.
exactly, exactly. And so that earth energy really likes grounding. It likes that solid ground. But again, when we add water to earth, it makes it kind of muddy. So we're
Hmm.
going to see some things happen economically this month. It's important to, as we're all around the world, as we're ramping up for the holidays and shopping for Christmas presents, we want to be really mindful of the money that we're spending. What is it that I truly value? Do I value my
Mm,
relationships more than the presents, more than the things? These are the things that are going to be coming up. And again, it's more emotional energy.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good advice going into all of this.
Yeah, it is.
There's one other thing I want to bring up. Is we don't talk much about the flying stars in this call, but there's the nine star, which is an expansion star, has flown home to the south this month, and it just the South rules our fame, our reputation, our social interactions. And with this expansion star, and then there's the one water star that's sitting there for the year, it feels to me too that people are kind of reaching the boiling point. And things are I like seeing Old Faithful, eruptions where people are really they're disconnected from their good manners and respect for one another and human decency and proper social skills because we've been isolated and we feel like we've been in survival mode,
Yeah.
for the last couple years. And so when we are out into social settings, we must take this compassion and empathy and realize that we're still in all this together. We're still
Yeah.
struggling, trying to find our path and readjust to this new normal, and to not be so hot-headed and
Yeah.
explosive or quick triggered or quick to overreact. We're seeing instances of, whether it's on the airplanes or on the roads or just people interacting in stores and restaurants. It's really unfortunate that we're kind of breaking down just some common decency.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than a pig coming in, who to me is considered one of Earth's angels. In fact, the Dalai Lama has a pig in his chart. It's like, let's come back to compassion.
Yeah.
Let's reconnect with the humanity of who we are,
Hmm.
rather than seeing each other as anything but that.
Yeah. I think that this point that you're making right now is so important, especially for this month, because since the pig is the animal of endings, in December, we're moving into the rat of beginnings, and it's yang metal energy, which is reminiscent of the whole year of 2020. So we're going to get we're going to be able to reflect this holiday season on the experience we had with 2020. And in preparation for December, it's really important to cultivate self-compassion and compassion for other people and let past grievances go.
Yeah, let's be patient. Okay, you have a new deck of cards that you're going to share. Pull a card for us
Ooh,
today.
I did. I'm just going to pull. Okay, the Page of Earth. Now, I don't know this deck very well. This
It's
deck is
beautiful.
the Good Tarot from Colette Baron Reed. Let's take a look at what the message for the month is. Earth and
What was it called? The Page of Earth?
the Page of Earth.
And it was a fairy?
Yeah, a little boy fairy.
Oh, he's got antlers and he's got an arrow.
It looks like a staff. It looks like a staff, and it's one of those staffs that like the
Oh yeah, I
pharaoh
see it now.
used to carry. Page of Earth. Commitment to prosperity, first signs of tangible success, unbelievable evidence that hard work will pay off, dreams grounded in reality, start off a new project. Everything starts with a plan, and I am beginning to see results generate prosperity. I am a doer, and I get to make my own decisions. I have the ability to attract what I need. So,
Mm,
especially with themes of economic,
yeah.
what is it? Who, what, and what experiences do I value in my life? We have to remember that prosperity has more to do with our relationships and our emotional stability, but it also includes money as well.
Yeah. And value in your life, your loved ones, your home, your
Yeah.
community, all that life has to give.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we
No,
sign
I
off?
think that's it. I think
It's
that's
it's
it.
yeah, it feels, it's doable. I think we can do this, right?
Hmm.
And if you need to turn this short little video on a half an hour before your guests come over on Thanksgiving, just as a reminder,
Yeah, exactly.
include us in your holiday traditions.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Well, thanks, my friend. I appreciate hanging out
Thanks
with
to
you.
you. It's good to see you.
You too. Bye-bye.